All systems go, Captain. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey everybody, it's back again for another episode of Blerd's Eyeview after this 3-day weekend. For some people took a 4-day weekend, but it's Tuesday nonetheless, and because we're bringing you another live show, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you everybody for showing your support on the YouTube channel, the IG channel, showing up for Always Press Record, and so much more. We have a lot of news coming down the way for Blerd Station. Stay tuned for that. We also have a lot of other good things going down. You also want to stay tuned for that as well. But I want to thank you for those who are supporting us. Also, I want to thank those who are first-time viewers, first-time visitors. Trust me, it won't be your last time. We won't let you down. Without further ado, I'm your man, Chris Fury, the man on the wall, captain of the ship. And we got liftoff. Lady Mandalore.
Well, hello. How are you? How is everyone out there?
The headdress. She's got the headdress. She did that on purpose.
It's just a little something I picked up
courtesy of Sir Julia's cosplay.
Oh God, that man is congratulations, also, baby. Ooh, Lord, baby number 3.
Yes.
Ooh, good Lord.
Don't know where he finds the time, but he has a DeLorean somewhere. I swear he does.
Hey, look. I don't know.
Is this the completion of yours? For those who are listening, this is why you watch. But for those who are listening or will be listening, Lady Mandalore is sporting a very nice, elegant headdress that is worn by none other than our very own goddess of weather, the weather witch herself, the queen of soul, the region of soul, Storm.
Yes.
Fits well.
It fits well. I mean, my head's a little crooked, but it fits me perfect.
The crown fits most women, and it should, and it looks well on you.
Thank you. I bet you be doing it.
So, without further ado, Gria the Horror is in the building. What's happening, Laney?
What's up?
Lainey.
What?
Lainey, if you're not on mute. Hey.
I'm not on mute.
You're not on mute.
And I think I'm not scrolling either.
No.
So it's a good day. I'm not on mute.
Right with it.
What's up, y'all?
Is it a special day for you? When was the last day of school for you?
The 26th of June.
Oh.
You thought I was coming with you like next week, the week
last week, and something else.
The 26th of June.
She's putting in good work.
You already know.
She's putting in good work. Shout out to all the educators out there who are hustling and bustling. They need to pay you guys more. Flat out, no questions asked. That
part.
I believe. Isn't the word of the month "sit down"? Just don't sit down.
Sit down.
Sit down.
For those who have not seen the SNL sketch, you need to check that one out. So,
okay.
Sit down. That's the word of the day. Oh my God. Montel is back and fresh.
Hi, what's going on, all you sexy people? And of course, we're in the presence of royalty and everything. The crown is quite phenomenal. But then again, both queens are wearing crowns. So, it doesn't even matter. You know what I'm saying?
Black Ash Ketchum said it best. Lady Mandalore, let them mind your weather and let them weather
your mind.
That's right.
So, so I submitted my first lines to Josh for
Welcome to the family.
Oh,
welcome to the family.
Let's go.
Scared as hell, not gonna lie, because Lord, I can only imagine sitting in front of his microphone because he gave me my instructions and okay, great. And then my brain went, duh, and everything went sideways.
And then you got back on track. You good.
Yeah. It's like stage fright without being on the stage.
Yeah, because it's like I'm waiting for someone to go, all right, this is garbage. All right, I'm gonna need him to listen to this again. That was great. That was great. But I need more feeling.
Oh yeah. Josh is a great director. Great director.
Very, 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 very great director.
He is, and
I appreciate that of all like three that I've ever met. But I want more like that.
Yeah. But Trey Mosley is the hero, fam. Speak of the devil.
Speaking of
all the way out from good old Las Vegas.
What's up,
Trey? Is Trey Mosley, the man, the specialist himself.
That man, if y'all ever have a conversation with Trey, just know that you're gonna be caught up for quite a while.
My man, creative theory world. What's happening?
Man? Oh my gosh, we got so many.
Concrete Comics is over in the IG chat. What's going on?
Oh, everybody's good. Hi, everybody's back from that damn con.
Damn, the hate. What the hell?
Well, considering yesterday was the last day, I'm like, wow, because they shifted it. Monday was the last day of the con.
Oh, really? So they went what? Yeah. They went 4 days then.
Yes.
Yeah.
They went 4 where Monday was the last day. So
okay.
Yeah, I think Momo might be something we might want to check out next year. It seemed like everybody was at MomoCon. Even our very own Crazy the Great was like, couldn't make it this year, but I'll be there next year. He said, until then, here's some last year memories. I want to shout out 6 Rikage.
Yes.
Afro Cocoa Puffs.
Yes.
Making it official.
Her reaction was the best. He got her. He got her so good.
Yeah, but making it official. They are officially engaged. But we all said that Tafari said it. He's like, screw that. They were engaged. They were already linked in at BlerdCon. I didn't care.
Especially the way they came in last year.
What's happening, JG Collects? What's going on?
Yeah, man, they rolled in. They rolled in gorgeous. Those two. Man.
So we got a special guest with us tonight. This brother, me and him stay in contact, but it's been a while since he's been on. But this brother has been moving in ways undeniable. He is an educator. He is an entrepreneur. He has his own anime. He has his own video game. He has his own comic book. This man is out here and he's teaching the youth. My man
Don't
Hotep
forget he's dope.
from
Don't
Black
forget
Lion
he's
and Cubs is in the building. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, people? It's
What's
good to be
going
back
on,
on.
sir?
Yes,
Double tap.
Blerd's Eyeview. What's going on, fam? How y'all
I
doing?
need to give you this because every time everything you do, I'm sharing. Everything you do, I'm sharing. But everything you do, and I'm like, is moving where he needed to move. He is moving where he needed to move. And for that, my brother. People just talk about.
Thank you so much, man. Thank
So,
you, Chris. You've been a blessing, man. All of you guys have been a blessing to me ever since I launched the brand officially in July last year, and man, it's just good to be back with you guys almost a year later.
the hustle is real with you, my guy.
Hey, you
I
know,
was like, every time I
Yeah.
turn around, he was like, he's at another function. He's got something else in the. He's got something else in the chamber. Okay, all right. So, in the year that you last was on, what have you been up to?
Man, it'd probably be easier.
That's the
Like,
first
how
time
long
he took a
you
breath
got?
of the year.
I got
That
you.
right there
How long
says
you got?
everything. That right there says everything right there.
Facts.
Man, peace, man. Peace, man. Peace. Listen, it's easier for me to answer what I haven't been up to because, you know, the honest truth is whatever you guys have seen publicly on IG only represents about 20% of actually what I've been building and developing over this time. I'm very cautious about what I share and make public. And I'm constantly working in the backgrounds. As much as I try to stay public, I work a lot. You know, I work more in the backgrounds. That being said, publicly, you know, I've developed I'm up to 5 video games right now. We have 5 official video games for Black Lion and Cubs. You know, the graphic novels are things that I'm excited about. The graphic novels have come in from the printer, and they'll be delivered on Thursday of this week, just in time for my first official con to have them on display in Augusta, Georgia. So I'm excited about that. We have 2 graphic novels for season 1. And so I have graphic novels that go along with the anime. As you guys know, I started with the anime first. I started with the cartoon, and I'm working my way expansively outward from there. So there's 2 seasons to the anime. And for those 2 seasons, I've also developed and published graphic novels to go along with them. So those graphic novels are what are arriving on Thursday. And a reading book. I published a reading book with the characters called Roar Like a Lion. Hopefully I get a chance to show some of this stuff to you guys. But I have a reading book called Roar Like a Lion. That's really been crushing it, man. That book, you know, in the meantime, while I've been waiting on the graphic novels, I published a book. It was a lot easier for me to do that. And man, that book has just been crushing it. The artwork is amazing, and people have just love the story, love the characters. I also directed a short film. The short film started as just the origin story for Black Lion and Cubs, leading into the context of how everything got to where it is. But the people took to the origin story so well that I decided not to just make it a story, but to make it an official short film. And that short film, man, is being submitted to film festivals around the country, submitted to actually it's been submitted to Disney, man. We had an opportunity with Disney, and so yeah, it's been submitted to Disney as well. So stay tuned for that story, and you know what could happen potentially with that story. And the biggest thing and most recent thing has been our official introduction of the Black Lion and Cubs anime, family-friendly anime brand to the international world, the IP to the international world at the Licensing Expo in Vegas last week. And so that's really been the big event that I've been building up to. Like a lot of the activity that I've been doing was designed to lead up until last week. And I have to say it was everything I wanted it to be and a lot more. So I'm grateful to you guys for being early supporters of what's going to become the next biggest thing since Dragon Ball Z, as I always said it would.
So I want to show the clip you sent me of the
What I
short
sent? I
film.
don't remember what I
I
sent you.
think it was the short film.
Okay, how the world
There's
began.
so much
Yeah,
going
how the
on.
world began, right?
Yeah.
And just to give people a taste of what you've been doing behind the scenes, and people, you're gonna love this. And then we'll get to the questions.
In a future much closer than most think, the event long predicted by top scientists occurred. The world ended. Yes, mankind's insatiable appetite to create, replicate, and improve life ironically led to his own demise. But different than most anticipated, artificial intelligence and other forms of future tech did not take over for long. Within a few short decades, after humans retreated to the deepest caves and most remote areas across the planet, the ultra-advanced technology suddenly imploded. It seems the intelligence we invented was unwittingly programmed with the same faulty logic as its creator, and therefore befell an identical tragic outcome: self-destruction. As a result of their inability to rely on technology, mankind was forced to look at themselves for the answers. A small, esoteric group of people began to rise to power. They represented the fraction of 1% of every population who can access much higher percentages of the brain's function. Over time, these people began to display abilities once considered to be magic, myth, and fiction. Telekinesis, telepathy, mind reading, energy manipulation, levitation, teleportation, all became commonplace among them. It was through their example that humanity relearned the wisdom once known by the highest civilizations of the ancient world. True power comes from within. These new leaders were called lumineers, engineers of light. Together, they built a new world underground. This new world societies formed caste systems based on an individual's powers of luminescence. Those with the highest abilities ruled. Those with the lowest became slaves. That was the way of what became known as the ancient New World. Since it required a specialized knowledge and mental capacity to luminesce, education became the most prized commodity. Therefore, education was reserved for the rich or royal few so they could maintain power in what was considered a harmonious balance of order. In this ancient new world, all machines and every form of artificial intelligence had become outlawed because these were the tools of the desperate, uneducated poor attempting to mimic the power of luminescence. Anything that could not be fashioned by hand or manifested by the mind became obsolete. Eventually, humans ascended from the caves and converged around the world's ancient ruins, the only places built strong enough to withstand the scorched earth. The most intact structures were those surrounding the Great Pyramids of ancient Nubia and Egypt, which is where the most powerful nations of the ancient New World formed. All civilians were given the option to live within the predetermined social strata or leave to build their own kingdoms. Some stayed, many left. Unfortunately, the lower nature of the least educated and therefore less able people led to jealousy, envy, and greed. It wasn't long before they started developing weapons and building armies. Soon, humanity was once again at war with itself. It is in this futuristic, dystopian world that we begin our story.
I spit that hot fire.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That one, my guy.
There is standing ovations going on in my head right now.
Mhm.
That
Yeah, let them get that out of there, because that's some wild stuff you got going, my guy. You was over there really cooking in that lab, wasn't you?
It just well, again, it was really just an attempt for me. There were a lot of questions that people had for season 1 about how the world became what it was at the time of the start of that first episode. And so I said, well, let me explain it to you. And so that's really what led me on a journey to create that context. And that's why that the short film just led into this is where the world is as our story begins. And so there's a lot of, I don't know, if you guys really get deep into the storytelling of things, but there was a lot of implications that I built into that story that really people caught on to, the implications of what it would mean if these things happened. Or so that's kind of what really brought on the idea that it should be more than just an origin story, but turn it into a short film that we could shop into something more expansive when it comes to the Black Lion and Cubs universe.
That's what I'm talking about. Trey Mosley, voice actor, Supreme, the specialist himself. He says,
Emmy nominated.
Emmy nominated voice actor. Exactly. Says, I want to play a bad guy, please.
Yes, my brother. Yes, man. I got plenty of bad guys in this story. So, and have plans now that the story took off in the way that it did. Have so much opportunity and room for, like I said, a more expansive universe that is beyond just the Black Lion and Cubs characters.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, thank you, my brother. Congratulations, Trey.
What I want to say before we get to the questions is that watching you move in the fashion that you've been moving has been nothing short of inspiring.
Thank you.
You're putting something out that's not just fodder, right? And the inspiration were your kids, and just seeing something that needed to be passed on to the next generation. And dude, I gotta congratulate you. Like,
thank you, big brother.
You are the epitome of what they mean by standing on business. It's still like me and Hotep has spoken on many occasions, and when he say he gonna do something, he do it.
It's done.
It's more likely done already.
Yeah, true. Well, one of the sayings that I'm really starting to move forward with is the idea that the idea that, look, I don't come to play, I come to win. You understand? And that's why you and I connected is, when I started in this space and introduced myself as a person that's about to make some moves, significant moves in the anime, comic world, manga world and such. I came to you, I said, listen, man, please know I have a history of creation. I have a long history in entrepreneurship, and don't get it twisted that just because I'm a newcomer to the anime space, don't think I'm going to come at it, anything short of with Black excellence, and that's what I hope I've demonstrated thus far. And you guys are seeing what I've done in a year, and I'm just getting started, man. And I'm like I said, what you've seen is only 20% of what's already been developed.
Right.
So thank you for that, my brother. Thank you. And to your point, I'm glad it's inspiring to other people. You understand? Because I really hope that I can use myself and my journey as an example to other people in the creative spaces as to what can be accomplished, how soon it can be accomplished, who and with or without it can be accomplished. So that's really one of my goals, is to blaze a trail and set an example that other people can follow.
Lady Mandalore, question?
I'm trying to still formulate it. I know you said that you don't want to give too much away, so I'm still trying to break this question down in my head so it doesn't come out that way.
Well, if it's about the short, I'm all good. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not about the short.
Oh, okay.
It's not about the short. Shout out to Chad Singleton, who is writing for one of your projects, by the way. It's my good buddy. But my question is, what made you decide to choose to present your work to Disney? I only ask this because I would be nervous to give them my IP and have them say, no, we're not going to use it. And then 5 years later, I see something very similar to something that I put up. And that goes for any major network or studio. What made you feel safe enough to go ahead and do that now?
That's a great question. And so, as Chris mentioned, I stand on business. You understand? Not just creation, not just artistry. And so one of the things that I spent significant time doing is making sure that I put trademarks in place and copyrights in place. Like for the short story, for example, I have the copyright. I have the paperwork already. So not to say that would stop somebody from trying to steal it, but I hope Disney tries to steal it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just more marketing for me. I'm going to go in and, get, my publicist and, a team of people to, put it out there. And so, even if, and that's part of the reason why, to submit it to Disney was okay. One, I got the paperwork in place. And two, I'm a notorious person. I'm notorious for understanding the opportunities in publicity. So when somebody like Drake and Kendrick Lamar, you understand, like, you want a battle, battle is great publicity. You understand? So if I got a battle with Disney and I got to let the world know Disney stole my stuff, well, that's just, that's just going to perk up. You guys going to want to interview me and tell the story about it. And, all the major networks as well are going to want to say, well, who is this guy, that claims that Disney stole the story? And that's just going to put me on a whole nother level again. So I'm good with that.
See, my man said any publicity you want to give, he gonna flip it. That's what he's saying.
That's right.
Mind you, you want to be Kendrick in that scenario, not Drake.
that part. That's very true.
Yes. I don't know what our brother Drake's gonna do. I don't know. I mean, it's not like he needs to do anything, right? But
I must say,
as far as the battle and this particular war, he's lost. I'll just say.
They really ain't nothing.
Just take the L and keep it moving, bro.
Keep it moving. Yes.
Right. So, Navy, you got a question?
Actually, I do. First of all, my man, I had a chance to check some background on you. Let me tell you, everything that you've done, I love. I love the message. I love what you've created and what you're trying to put out there so that more people can be exposed to this. The only question that I would have is, with what you've created, would you say that you want other creators that are in the same vein to do the same thing as far as creating something that will spread across all racial lines, as also education wise? Because I remember seeing something you said about how you like anime, but you wanted it to be appropriate because not all anime is appropriate for everyone. Mm-hmm. And I stand behind that because you can't You can't give La Blue Girl to an 8-year-old. That's just not gonna
Whoop.
work. You can't
That's-
show Akira to a 5-year-old during the motorcycle scene and just expect them to go, "Oh yeah, motorcycles." No, there's a lot more going on in there. So would you want others to take the same message of creating something worthwhile and appropriate versus just trying to put something out there to be seen?
That's a great question, and thank you for asking it. That's not really my intention for other creatives in regards to setting an example. On one level, sure, I would like to see more positivity and uplifting and empowering things for all people, absolutely. But that's not really what I mean by setting an example. What I mean by setting an example is one, getting creative people to step outside of the starving artist mode, right? Like in every industry, I come from the music industry first and foremost. I went from music to filmmaking. I went from filmmaking to publishing books. And so in all these industries, you have this mentality amongst creative people that, you know, keeps them in a place where, yeah, they're very creative and talented, but they're not making any money. They don't understand the commerce and the business of things. And in fact, for many of them, it requires, for many of us, it requires two different minds or parts of our brain to be developed, right? You got the creative mind, you got the business mind.
Yeah.
Creativity, the creative mind is always, hey, let me create something new. Let me create something different. Let me create something, you know, just for the love and all that kind of stuff. So you get a lot of love. You don't get a lot of money. You understand? The business mind is discipline, commitment, timetables, schedules, you know, repetition, all those different things. So oftentimes what you find is the creative mind and the business mind are either two different people or two different parts of our brain, right? Either left or right brain. And so that's why you find many creative people struggling with the commerce and the business side of things. In 2005, my little brother came to me. I was producing music mainly at this time, and I played this beat for him. And he said, "Yo, Hotep, man, I love the music that you make." And he said, "Man, I see this whole studio. I had all the discs. Back then in 2005, we were still using discs, right?" And he came to me and said, "Yo, listen, man, what?" He said, "I hear all this music that should be on the radio." He said, "Why do you keep making new music when you haven't done nothing much with what you already have?" And man, that question really changed my life. You understand? Because I'm sitting there in the studio, all this equipment, all these beats and such, but I hadn't done anything really significant with what I had created, but I was creating more and more new, right? And so that's when I sat down and made a conscious decision to focus on how I can monetize and properly, if you want to use the term, exploit, right? Or expound upon what I've created in a way that's going to bring money, in a way that's going to bring fulfillment to me, you know what I'm saying? Beyond the fact that, hey, I made a beat, you understand? And then being in that community of people that, hey, yo, let me play this beat for you. Oh, yo, let me listen to that beat, right? And the same thing is in every industry. Oh, I wrote a book. Here's a story. Let me share my story. Hey, people, you know, so my main thing is I found that to be consistent in all creative worlds and creative industries. And so what I'm attempting to do, hopefully, is that to demonstrate to people that, one, you don't have to be a starving artist. And two, there's in every industry pimps and purists, right? And like I said earlier, the pimps, right? The pimps do it for the money, right? Purists do it for the love. Right? I'll say it again. Pimps do it for the money. Purists do it for the love. And so what happens is pimps get in every industry and they get money. And you're like, yo, who are these people? They're not that nice. You know, they're not that, you know, they don't have the talent that you have. They don't have the love that you have, but they're getting the money. And these people start dictating the industry because they have the money. Meanwhile, you have purists who have the talent, have the skill, have the love and the passion, but aren't getting any money. And what has to happen in every creative industry, what has to happen is the creative people, the purists, have to understand the game of the pimps. You understand? So you don't have to become a pimp yourself, but you have to understand what pimps are doing to create the commerce aspect. You have to understand the business side of things so that you can start now dictating the industry. I'm an educator. I'm a purist as an educator. When I got into educational consulting, when I left the classroom, I got into a world of commerce as an educator. And I saw all these clowns out here at these conferences, sharing their books and their materials and curriculum and their trainings. I'm like, yo, these clowns are garbage, man. They're horrible teachers. They're horrible trainers. Their curriculum is garbage, but they're getting money. You understand? And so I said, you know what? I'm a purist. and see, what happens is when the pimp and the purist have to display what they have before the audience always loves the purists, right?
Yes.
The audience always responds more to the purists, right? So what has to happen is the purists have to put themselves on in spaces and places where the pimps are, so they can show the world the truth. We need to do that in the hip hop industry. We need to do that in the book publishing industry, and we need to do that in the anime, manga, animation, art industry as well. And so that's what I'm attempting to demonstrate to people, what it means to be a purist, but also learn the lessons from the pimps and be able to operate on the scale of the pimps and knock them, I'm not going to curse, but knock them out the box. You understand? Knock them out the box and show the world what the truth is.
See,
you need to
I'm so glad you said that. I'm so glad you said that, because what Lady Mandalore stated, that's K. Dot and Aubrey. That's who that is.
Hotep, do you? Sorry, I'm gonna let the.
Go ahead.
Don't hold back now. Come on now.
Do you feel like, and I ask you this question for the sake of the audience and people out there watching, do you feel like you weren't ready to show your art as far as the music goes because that was still your baby? You were still protecting it. You didn't want anybody else coming in and saying anything or doing anything negative to it?
No, that wasn't the case for me. You see, this is something else that I want to lead by example and demonstrate for people, particularly in the anime blerd space, nerd space, right? I come from the hip hop industry and culture, right? Which is different from the blerd space, if you will, to this extent. If you, in the hip hop community, in order to, especially when you're an artist, right? A hip hop art, or a rapper, if you will, right, it requires a level of confidence. It requires a level of bravado. You're in a space where you battling, you understand, you're battling other people, you're competing with other people for the mic and all that kind of stuff. So you have to build up your confidence and your self-esteem and your willingness to get up out there and prove who you are, show and prove. That was language that we used to use, show and prove. So I find that to be very unique in the space of the hip hop community and world, at least where I come from the 80s, the 80s culture. So that's what we did. We battle, you battling now, but my point is that's what was necessary in order for you to be successful in that space. So that's what differentiated me from people in the film industry, right? Because a lot of people in the film industry that they tend to be more reserved and interest, what's the word? You in the author world, in the filmmaking world, and yes, in the anime blerd space, you can be, I find people to be more reserved, more, what's the term? Sometimes more awkward. You understand?
Restrained?
Not restrained. What's the word when you're internal? When you're not outgoing and introverted. Yeah. I find people to be a lot more introverted in the author spaces, in the filmmaking spaces, and in the anime manga spaces. It's like people utilize in these spaces, people utilize their product to speak for them, right? Because they don't like being in front of the camera. They don't like speaking like that themselves. So that's another thing that I find differentiates me and a few other people in this space, because I'm not afraid to get up there and speak. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to sales. Sales is what I do. So I'm good with sales. I'm good with speaking with people. I'm outgoing and I'm that type of person. So that's a long answer to your question, Lady Mandalore. But so it was never an issue for me. I wanted to put it out there. I wanted people to see it. I wanted to compete. I was confident enough in myself. Yo, say something and I'll prove you otherwise. You understand? So come on, come with it. You understand? So it's kind of off-putting to people in this space now, because that's not as common as it is in the hip hop community. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So anyway, so no, it wasn't a problem. So just like now, the only reason why I'm more reserved with stuff is because I want to pace things in a certain way when I share my artwork or share my stories. I don't want to put it all out there to the world all at one time, because I want to keep the momentum and the buildup going. So I want to pace it in a certain way.
So I know, I'm glad you mentioned the part of you being the educator and having that, being in that educator space, because our very own Griot Horror, Lainey, she also is in the educating space, and I know that kind of rang true for her. So
My hero.
So go ahead, Lainey.
He's so Navy. What's up, Hotep?
What up? What up?
Yeah, well, first of all, like I would love to be in the space that you're in like 5 years and be like, you know what? I'm not going to work at school anymore. I'm going to do this. And
5 years? Why is it going to take 5 years?
Maybe I need help planning. I mean, I would love for it to be sooner. But right now, you know, being a dean pays the bills. So, but nah, I think you hit differently for me because, like, seriously, I see what can be. You know what I mean? So even the fact that you were saying consulting, like I said, that's another top for another day, because I'm kind of interested in that too. But again, that's another top for another day. I think my question for you is that you said that you have done a lot now within this year. You've, you know, made music, you've made videos, you've made your anime, and also your video games. Which one do you think represents your characters in the best way, and why?
That's a great question, man. That's part of the reason why I've created so many iterations of my characters and expressed them in so many different ways, because I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. Personally, I like them all. You know what I'm saying? I have fun with the video games. I love the reading book. I have a coloring activity book. The anime is amazing, and it puts me on a whole other space where a lot of people are not and want to be. And then in addition, I have the graphic novels. The reason why I have so many different expressions is because I'm not committed to any one of them over any other. Like, one of the things that I found interesting is, while the animation, the full color animation, costs the most and is, takes the most amount of work to do, because it's inclusive of all different formats of artwork. Some people like the motion manga better. You understand? Like, so it's like, man, that's black and white. That didn't cost me nothing. You know, it didn't cost me. No, my point is, it certainly didn't cost as much as the full-length feature, full-length color animation. But some people like the motion manga, and so that's the thing for me as a newbie in this space, and also as a seasoned businessman, is you have to appreciate that whatever you create and whatever you intend to happen with your creation, chances are things aren't going to happen the way you planned it to go. You know what I'm saying? People aren't going to respond all the time the way you intend it to be. You're going to learn new lessons. You're going to see things happen differently. And that's good. That's the opportunity. You have to keep in mind as a businessman and someone that's attempting to be successful in your field, the variety of opportunities that come with every obstacle, right? And so for me, I created all these things to test. Really, that's what I've been doing over the last year, is just testing different formats. Like, well, here are my characters. Number one for me was the development of strong characters. This is where I know a lot of people in the creative fields lose, right? They come out the gate and they have 100 different characters, and they quick to talk about their whole universe, and they have, they don't understand that less is oftentimes more. You understand? Like, you don't need to have 100 characters in your universe to pop. Chances are, if you spend more time investing in fewer characters, you can develop them more. You can develop them better. You understand? And that's ultimately what companies, big business companies, respond to. They don't respond to the fact that you got a whole universe and all these. No, they want 1, 2, 3, 4 characters. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right? So they want the development of a few characters that are well developed, well designed. So that's number one that I spent my time doing, that, the development of characters. Number two was the development of the depth of story behind these characters and expanding that story. Because, again, in order to develop great characters, you have to have great design, but also a great background story behind them as well. Once I did that, then the question is, how many different ways can I express these characters, right? Do people want to see them in video games? What kind of video game is going to be best? Do they want to see them in black and white? Do they want to see them in color, right? Do they want to hear voices, with voiceover actors, or can I get away with the narration, right? Because that's where my stories are, they're narrated. And then the other thing is, which style of artwork is best. So as you guys go to my IG page, for example, you see my characters in a variety of different art styles, and that's on purpose. That's not AI artwork. That's me hiring a multitude of different artists to draw my characters, so I can look back and say, man, I like that style. But see, me as a creative person, as an artist myself, and I'm always, I like art, man. I like great art. So I have a good 5 to 7 artists that I call upon, on a regular basis to draw my characters. And when I create a new character, I ask every one of my artists to draw that same character, so I can see, their the way they draw it. Their interpretation of my character. And so these are things, and that's part of the reason why I have so much content, right? Is because when I have a plan for a character or something, I'm hiring multiple people to do the same thing, so I can sit back and make a decision about which way I like it, or so that I can share it with my audience, and my audience tells me what they like, and so I can narrow it down from there. But I try not to make that decision myself on the front end, because I just don't know. I'm new, and man, art is one of the funniest things that people, it's up to interpretation. So I can write something all day.
What I like is that you mentioned something that I think a lot of major corporations are just catching on to, is it's not about quantity. It's about quality. If you have good art, if you have good story, story build-up, character story build-up, if you have just a good representation, the story, the book, the product, the game, the movie, the TV show, it sells itself after that. Because perfect example, we just got done watching X-Men 97, and here you had a show that was literally 30 to 33 minutes long and still managed to tell a very cohesive story in 10 episodes, right? A very prime example of showing quantity or quality over quantity. And what you've managed to do with Black Lion and Cubs is exactly that. It's telling this story of father and sons, and there's a backstory, there's stuff to build off of, and the Lumineers and everything else. And not everybody can boast that. It's all about just, let's get it out. Let's get out the next big thing. Let's get out the next big thing. And they miss the mark. And this is where that burnout happens. And then people like, oh, I don't want to see this again. I'm like, well, you're not seeing
both
it.
ends. The burnout happens on both ends, because they're pushing so hard to create something just so they can say, hey, we're captivating the viewers. But you're insulting the intelligence of the viewers, thinking they're going to just be lemmings to watch anything. So when they do rebel, now you've got a clash of the titans going on, instead of just saying, hey, stop, make something worthwhile, they'll come to you. Another example is this anime called Windbreaker, which I love, but they were smart about it and made the story entrancing enough that, okay, it's not done, but people are going to come back and watch it. Same thing with X-Men 97. Episodic storylines, characters that you relate to, and just engaging. And that's what we need more of. And that's what you're doing. That's what you're creating. And I enjoy what you're doing. I stand behind this. I want to see everybody come on board and show that love and support for what you've been doing.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. It's a principle. So, I used to teach entrepreneurs, and I call it going deeper and not wider, right? Too many people are trying to go wide. I used to meet people in the business industry. Oh, I got this business. I got that business. I got this. Now, the reason why you got 7 businesses is because you ain't making no money in any of them. You see what I'm saying? That's the reason why they do that, right? It's facts. So, I would tell them, listen, man, focus on one, get that popping, you know, and what you find is when you focus on one, whatever you focus on begins to expand. Right. The mind is an amazing thing. And so you could, you know, go deeper, not wider. And when you go deep, you start to see, wow, I can express that same character, that one. You can just, a lot of our artists right now, and this is part of the reason why they don't have animation, is because they got too many characters. It'd be way too expensive for them to animate all those characters. If you took, and this is my advice to everybody that's watching, is all my creatives out here, focus on one, right? Get one character, the one that you believe is the one, go deep in that character, you know, and spend your time building and developing that one character. You don't have to have a million characters. Focus on that one, and then get that one character animated. You might be able to afford one and get a great animation done for 5 seconds, right? Just a 5-second animation. You don't need people trying to hit home runs out the box, and that, you know, that's just, it takes too long. And chances are, even if you, I know people that, you know, first time out the gate, they want to write a 100-page manga story. I'm like, this is your first one, and it's taking you years. Right? I know people that are spending years to write this one 100-page manga. It's taken, you know, 3 years in the game. They're still working on it, right? Mm-hmm. Now, meanwhile, you saw what you hear what I've done in 1 year, right?
Right.
So in 3 years, 100-page manga story, you could have just taken one page with one character, paid, you know, an amazing artist to you know, to represent that for you, and just start marketing and developing that one character. Especially on a time like now with social media, you don't need a lot. It doesn't take a lot. I know some. Right. I see some other people. They have a trailer, and their trailer is just one little movement of a character, but it looks so good. People are following them. People have an interest in them. I see another guy. He has a character, one character, and he's spending so much time talking about this one character. He has 10,000 followers, way more than me, right? And all he's doing is telling little stories about his one character that is, you know, people are following that. So it doesn't take a lot to really, you know, get the momentum built for you as an artist.
And see, that's what I appreciate about the short film you showed, that we just showed, because I was looking at the art, you know, and I was paying attention to the cell shading and everything else, and it was giving me old school vibes, right? Mm-hmm. And I said, you know, once again, quality, you know, it's telling that story. It's putting something out there, and it was like, wow, when you have someone who loves comics like yourself and myself and Montel, and you get a flavor, you be like, oh, I haven't seen this kind of art in a while. I actually kind of miss it, opposed to this over exuberant stuff, you know, or I like how this character is being developed opposed to just being oversaturated, like you just mentioned. So having that level of storytelling in any form is refreshing when it's told correctly. In most movies or shows, you don't need 2.5 hours. Sometimes you can tell a damn good show or tell a damn good story in 90 minutes and leave them wanting more.
Yo, Chris, you're saying it. See, like, and that's really what I know, what I believe. I mean, what I believe artists need to get in the habit of doing. You know, the Jizza in one of his songs in his first album said, you know, something about making something half long, twice strong. Right. Oh, this is the mentality. This is the mentality that all the great ones, you know, understand. Even you think about Premier, when DJ Premier makes a beat, it's very simple, but it's masterful. You know, he only uses about, you know, 4 or 5 tracks to make a masterpiece. You got some people out here with, you know, 20, 30 different tracks to make a beat, and it sounds like garbage, right? Yeah. So if you look at my short film, for example, let me put you guys on game, and then put you guys down on how you can think. So that was the first thing. My first thing was, you know, think in a business mindset, get out of that starving artist mentality. But the other thing I want to demonstrate for other people is how they can think outside of the box, right? Stop following the typical industry way. It's a mistake that all artists do in every industry, right? And whatever your art is. So in this industry, so let me just give you an example of what I mean by how I've really been able to think outside of the box and push myself and my IP and my brand to a space that, you know, people only dream about. Think about this short film for a moment. When people think of short film, they think of typically live action. They think of you know, dialogue and, you know, high quality, high level animation, special effects and all that. You don't see that with my short film. What you're seeing is I had an artist draw a black and white comic for me, right? I hired an artist. I think it was 12 pages that I had. It was black and white. I had him draw it for me, right? Now, I took the pages of that he made. I separated them into the panels, right? And I used each panel as a frame for my short film. It's not animated. It's not. It's just still pictures being streamed, you know, together. I used a blue filter to give it that color, right? So think about how much this costs to do, right? While some people are taking years because they're trying to raise funds or Kickstarters to do this, look what I did. I took a 12-page comic, separated the panels. It's static, right? It's black and white. I just changed the filter for in the video software. And you guys, the video software is cheap and easy to use. A lot of it's free. Then I took an animation that I already had and put it at the end, right? So that animation, it looked kind of funny on your screen. I don't know what it looked like it looked funny on my side. I don't know if it looked funny, it was delayed on my side. But in any case, I took an animation that I already had and repurposed it at the end of that story. But my point is the 12-page, how much does it cost to get a 12-page comic with 3 panels each page? You see what I'm saying? It don't cost much at all. You understand? Right. It's definitely cheaper than, full color, right? It's definitely cheaper than a full animation. I didn't even animate the still pictures for that. And I narrated it myself, right? How much music is out there free that you can use to, sound for the soundtrack together. So my point is, it doesn't take a lot. And notice, I didn't just, different from a lot of people, I didn't just go put it on YouTube. I ain't just, put it out there on IG or Facebook for everybody to watch. No, I said, you know what? I'm going to call this a short film. You understand? I'm going to treat it with the deference and respect that I believe my work deserves. So you guys, some other people, not you guys, but, all the other creators, they'll create something masterful and just put it out for the world and just and treat it like nothing. You know what I'm saying? No. This is a
it's your baby. You got to protect it.
Yeah, I got to protect it. I copywrote it. You understand? I copywrote because people responding to the story in such a way. And so my point is, it doesn't take a lot. But and when you focus on fewer, when you focus on quality, it allows you to go into the depths of the weeds of the storyline, the character creation, the character design, and create something masterful that people will respond to forever, like X-Men. I used to read the X-Men comics. The reason why X-Men 97 is popping today is because you have well-developed characters. Did they create other mutants in their story? Absolutely. But you know what? The majority of those mutants ain't worth nothing. Right? I'm gonna hate to disrespect, but the majority of the mutants that Marvel created ain't worth nothing. That's why they keep coming back to Colossus, Wolverine, Storm, Professor X, Cyclops. Right? Those are some of those characters were developed in the 70s. You understand? Right. So you're talking about you're talking about less. They try to do the New Mutants and all these other people, but no one cares about none of them. They want Wolverine. They want Storm. They want the same characters because they were well developed, right? And so again, that's just a testament to the power of not taking your time, but investing your time and energy in less and making it more.
Right, telling that fresh story or telling from a different angle, something to that effect. Yeah.
So Snoopy. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. And that's the perfect example because. How often in me and Lady Mandalore, we're actually all of us here, we're huge fans of Storm. We want that story. She deserves that shine. You get those Wolverine stories, and a lot of them are really good. You get some of these back end stories because you're telling things that's happening no one expects. Here's a fresh perspective on something. This is what happened around this time, or this is what's going on with this character. Like you said, when you give those characters depth, it changes everything because you become extremely invested.
Yes. And so that's the reason why, and again, I didn't approach this project as, someone that's just trying to create an anime and manga. as you see on my sign here, it says a family-friendly anime brand, right? So I always approach this as me creating a brand, not just a anime, not just a manga, but a brand that's centered or anchored around these three characters.
Right. Hotep, what do you have planned next for Black Lion and Cubs?
Well, I just finished the big licensing expo, and by the way, for you guys, some of your colleagues, I would highly recommend this. And this isn't me just beating my chest right now.
Beat your chest, brother.
That licensing expo is an international level marketplace for the business of art, for the business of creativity. I was in a space for that week down the aisle from Nintendo. And I wasn't there as a attendee. I was an exhibitor. You understand? I was an exhibitor at this space. I spent a lot of money invested to this place, and I'm glad I did. It was worth every penny. Mm-hmm. I'm down the aisle from Crayola. In front of me is Peanuts brand. I mean, all the brands that you grew up on that we all know. Crunchyroll was there, Naruto was there, Dragon Ball Z was there. Not like the Comic Cons. Like, see, a lot of my peers, like we all talked about earlier, a lot of our contemporaries, they're at MomoCon, right? They're selling comic books and all that. That's fine. That's cool. This is a whole nother level of business, of monetization of artwork. And that's why I mentioned Charlie Brown, for example. I mean, Charlie Brown, they had a sign up in there. I mean, these displays were incredible. They had a sign that, you know, it's Charlie Brown celebrating 75 years. Can you imagine creating something, one little character, and 75 years, people are spending tens, hundreds of thousands of dollars to license your artwork, your character that you created 75 years ago.
Right.
That's the power of branding and licensing that a lot of our colleagues know nothing about. They just want to sell I'm not saying there's anything wrong with selling a comic book. I told you on Saturday, I'm going to be selling comic books too. But you can think on a larger level. So what's next for me is the follow-up, right? With a lot of these companies and agents that took an interest in Black Lion and Cubs. You see, and the thing I didn't know about us, it was a gamble for me because I didn't know how people would respond, right? And I can tell you right now, the response to Black Lion and Cubs in this space where I'm down the aisle from Nintendo and Crayola and see Peanuts was phenomenal. I'm talking about people, not just black people, because there weren't a lot of black people there. You understand? Mm-hmm. I'm talking about people from Italy, people from France, people from South Africa that represented the South African market. I met people that represent the Middle Eastern market. You know, people from Dubai that represent this market, people that strictly represent video games and say, hey, we can license your characters in video games. I'm interested in doing that. You see, so I'm talking to people that are interested in taking my brand and licensing it in a variety of different properties, you know, in film. I just have an email from a filmmaker. He said, hey, listen, we're interested in you know, developing a full-length film around Black Lion and Cubs. And, you know, so these are the kind of conversations I'm having that so my point is, I'm saying all this to say, if you guys haven't seen the full expo experience that I have on YouTube, please watch it, share it with your friends. Many of us have heard of licensing, but very few people are in the room and in the spaces where the licensing deals are happening. And that's what's happening at this expo. People are sitting down having meetings to talk about how we can make that happen in these markets and in these media formats. Okay. So I just want to share this, not a different perspective. It's just a different space that a lot of us talk about, but never are in, you know what I'm saying? So anyway,
it's another level. It's another level,
my brother. So that's what's next for me for Black Lion and Cubs is licensing, right? And finding as many different ways and places it can be licensed.
So for those who are just now tuning in or watching, you can follow my man Hotep in Black Lion and Cubs at Black Lion and Cubs on IG. We are going to cut the commercial. Hotep, can you stick around while we talk about the news?
No, absolutely. Give me a second. I just need to step away from while you play the commercial.
All right, that's good.
You better not go anywhere. You better not.
I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Oh my God. So We'll be right
Bye.
back.
What's happening? Hair longer, money ain't, so pay attention. Last couple seasons on the show have been very busy, and just to make navigating that easier for you all, I've taken it upon myself to go ahead and clean up the channel a little bit. However, if you are here for just a specific type of content, or you're new here and want to see what we're about, highly recommend our playlist section for you. If you want to see us react or review movies, trailers, video games, and whatnot, that's up there. I get it, not everybody can sit through a 2-hour podcast. So if you just want to see what the best or funniest bits were from each episode, that's going to be our highlights section. If you want to see some of the cool guests we've had on for interviews, up here. If you want to see some of the cool guests we've got to interview IRL, over here. Also, yes, please do all 3 of those. Now, if you'll excuse me, still looking for answers on that.
Blerd's Eyeview is a proud affiliate of Otaku Noir. Use the code Blerd's Eyeview for 10% off on all items. With a different nerd-themed box filled with items made by talented blerds across the country, you surely will not be disappointed. Go to otakunoir.com. Otaku Noir, the #1 Blerd mystery box company. So I'm not sure if how much of the crew has actually seen the beta version of what's been going on with Blerd Station, but there's a lot of good news that's coming down the pipe. I want to get everyone's first thoughts and reaction of what we've been seeing behind the scenes.
I love it.
I never knew. I never
You'll
knew.
Never find
You said you never knew.
another
There's
one
one.
like
So
mine.
we'll start with you, Lady Mandalore. So what project has stuck out to you that says, wow, I'm ready for this?
Am I allowed to talk about the things that I saw?
We can talk not in detail, not too much detail, but we can sure enough give them some teasers. We can name some things and yeah.
Can I say the V word?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so like Valorant, there's a Valorant there's a Valorant show that we gonna get that's on there. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. There's a black show. Pardon me, Hotep. I don't mean to curse. That one. But that was on a very prominent streaming site that has recently gotten rid of a lot of black things, including their cartoons. It has 3 letters in it. I don't know if I can give you any more explanation. It got canceled because
it's
some of these people were upset at the direction it was going. That's gonna be on there. It's black. It's real black. It's real. I wanted it to be black, but the amount of black, I'm sinking in it, and it's comfortable. It's a bath.
It's not
It's
the
a
sunken
hole.
place. It's
She
a
gonna
It's
fall
not
off
the
the
second
bed
place.
again.
Right?
It's a luxurious tub where you can sprawl out and sink and be at one and at peace with yourself. And anybody knock on the door, you can't hear them. You got your headphones in, the whole thing. Is that kind of we in it type of feel
She gonna fall off the
on that
bed again.
website?
I'm telling you right now. You're gonna hear a thud and a bounce. She gonna fall
Right.
off the bed again.
So Navy,
I'm
what are
see-
your first reaction and thoughts of the beta that we have for Blerd Station?
For real, the more that I see that Blerd Station is coming out, the more that I see, I get excited. The kid in me is like every Saturday morning is coming because we are creating something and all of us are coming together for something, and it's looking so delicious. Oh my goodness. If you are hungry for something that belongs to us with the creatives, words are escaping me right now. When I get excited, all I do is go, give me your shit, and that's just pretty much how it goes. That's how it goes. I'm loving this. How can you not get excited for this though?
Go ahead.
Unquote.
Go ahead.
It's not Tubi, y'all. Like I have in the background in my mind, in the recesses, dark recesses of my mind. I'm thinking, all right, anything is better than Tubi. Anything is better than Tubi. This is so far and beyond the concern of it being close to Tubi that Kevin, what you been doing, homie? What you been up to, my guy? You cooking? You cooking?
So, Griot of Horror and Tafari, have y'all been able to look at it?
I'll be quiet now.
A little bit.
No, you ain't. Why you lying?
Just a little bit. I'm not lying because I said a little bit. If I would have said a lot and I've been diamond, I don't want to lie to y'all. But I am seeing some horror stuff. What I didn't see, so you can tell me if I missed, is my little girl that is the makeup artist.
Oh,
I want to see her stuff. So if I missed that,
Dakota Pat.
Okay.
Paints with Dakota.
I'm looking at Lady Mandor, so I must be missing that. I'm like, I need to go in. I'm just gonna say, okay.
Tafari.
I haven't glanced through the whole thing, but as somebody who used to be on Wix a lot in college, I at least like the layout and the format we're using. It was easy to navigate through, so I was just able to find what I'm looking for. A lot more stuff that I know we even had our hands on in there. So, like I said at the end of every show, we're not effing away y'all money.
This is true. There are two particular projects that I'm really looking forward to. One is the Mighty Python, which I had seen several years ago and was wondering where was the rest of this project at. And now I'm glad to say that it's come over to Blerd Station, and that's one. And the other one is Master. And Master stood out. And if you like Across the Spider-Verse and the animation that they have in there, you're going to get that in Master.
Wait, I missed that. Wait a minute.
Oh yeah. Take a look at that one. That one, the live action trailer that they have for Unit 4 is a great standout. That's one of the first ones that stood up.
I was about to say that hit you right away. Yes.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where I'm just like, okay, we are at a stage where things are coming, things are happening. You know, the launch is coming soon. You will all be able to get a chance to view these projects very soon. So
sorry.
Definitely for the culture. Definitely for the culture. Kevin Murphy's in the building, co-founder and
what's up, boss?
Of Blerd Station and CEO of KDS Entertainment. So yeah, this is chef's kiss. The layout, easy to navigate. It's not overwhelming. And this is just the beta. This is just the beta. You know, things are happening and it needs it. whoa, when we really get to talking about it and showing you what we got. So, and one of those projects, which is not on there just yet, but will be, is BNN. What's BNN? Blerd News Network. You're speaking to, well, not speaking to, but you're listening to the news director of Blerd News Network, along with these lovely teammates of mine and several others. And we are coming, when I say press corps, I mean conventions.
We putting in work, y'all.
I mean appearances. I mean the whole nine. We're coming as an army. You don't know where. You don't know how. But we're there.
I'm so afraid to go to San Diego. I'm so afraid. I'm not gonna lie. I'm so afraid.
You gonna bring
we
your
gonna go next year.
I don't want.
That's the bucket list for next year.
I'm so scared.
Y'all come. We going to my favorite spot to eat, and we gonna just stare at the convention center together.
Listen,
Stare.
that part.
Stare at it, and then we're gonna go inside.
I was gonna say, like, what? That's the whole reason I'm nervous. I don't want to miss nothing.
Oh my god. So so there has been, and we've all seen the Justice League, right? We've seen that version of it. We've also seen what could have been in Deathstroke, correct?
Yeah.
Talk about wasted potential. So Joe Manganiello says that the DC Universe Studios head James Gunn has told him to let Deathstroke go. He told him to let it go. However, Gunn does have some plans for Deathstroke.
Please let it be somewhere lining up with the Teen Titans or the Titans.
Speaking of which,
please, because
they.
I'm going to
terrorizing.
I'm so glad you mentioned that. So they are working on a Teen Titans. It will begin shooting late this year. They're working on that. He said that is yet to be, the Superman Helmer has yet to confirm the project as in development and responded with no when questions about the start date was put to him. But that was the details so far, that they thought it was going to shoot later this year, I should say. Though the person who's actually writing on Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, which is, I can't really pronounce it, Ana Noguera. Let's put it like that. I think I got her name right. Noguera. She's been tapped to write Teen Titans because they were so impressed with her work on Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, the write-up that she's done for that. So yeah, James Gunn says she's happy, or he's happy. He's
And that man will play with his stories. He is not for play with his stories at all. You could be different, but have your stuff together.
Yeah,
Marvel.
Just saying.
And I say that with love. I'm sorry, pardon me.
So
Did it really feel like love though?
I do love them. I want them to do better. I just want us.
This is quality we're talking about. We're talking
stories. That's all I'm saying.
So
hey, look, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
Last night, I noticed that Madam Web was on Netflix.
Ooh.
I was so curious. Like, I saw the trailer for it in the theaters before, and I never watched it. But I saw it. I watched it last night, and I was like, "Yo, what the?"
You want to curse? Come on.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to do it because one of my teacher friends might be watching this, so I got to keep my professionalism.
Oh no, you got to tell the truth. You got to tell the truth. Come on now.
Listen.
Wait, just popped up in the chat. Wait, he just popped up in the chat.
That movie was so horrible. I was like, "What is this?" I'm like, "Who greenlights this? This is why there's something going on. Because who greenlights these stories? I mean, it had all the money, it had all the effects, it had everything it needed to be a great film, except a great story and so on and so. I'm gonna stop, But I was like, just speaking about quantity over quality.
So our cousin Nix is in the chat.
He's your cousin. That's your cousin.
I claim you, Nick. I claim you.
Now,
he's
now,
not a branch on the family tree right now. He's metal shears.
Bruh.
We going.
you know what? You know what? Yes, Trey. Manu Bennett as Deathstroke, it was actually a really good pick as well. Who was on Arrow. It was actually a good pick. It was a damn good pick. So cousin Nick's brother.
And he liked this one too. He defended it, right?
Nick's has caped for Madam Web. He said it's not the trunk of garbage juice that we made it out to be.
You're right.
Mind you, Nick's is a DC fan, so I'm just gonna put that out there.
It's hot
Yo,
dog water.
Bless his heart. That's all I gotta say.
Not to bless his heart. Not to bless his heart.
It's all right, baby.
I did have the unfortunate, like you, Hotep. I had the unfortunate. I watched that and was extremely disappointed for so many reasons. And I said, you know what? Ninja Turtles 2, Out of the Shadows is on here. I'm going to watch that instead.
Okay.
And was much more appreciated watching that. Because I'm like, when you look at the two project, I'm like, I'll take these Ninja Turtles over that. I'm just saying.
Hey, and I looked up after watching it. I looked up the reviews. I'm like, because I wasn't privy to all the.
Type it in, Nick. Type it in because I can't
say
look
what
it up.
I said.
I typed in the reviews and I said, okay, I'm not the only one feeling this way, So it had like 11% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I'm surprised it got 11.
Oh my goodness!
That should have definitely been single digits. I don't understand that.
It's bad in so many ways that it's just poorly put together.
Yeah,
it's poorly put together. The best way I explained it to my wife, because my wife watched it way before I did, and I explained it to her. She was like, "So what's the hang up?" Because she's not as well versed in the comic world as I am. And I said, imagine, I was like, you watched The Matrix? And she said, yes. I said, remember who Tank is? And she was like, who? And I said, exactly. It's a side character. It's a side character. And it's like, it's nothing major about the kid. And when you start lining things up, and yes, spoiler alert, here it comes. When you have 4 people who have spider-based powers, and Peter Parker is literally born at the end of this film, you mean to tell me by the time this kid is 16,
born.
No one says, you know what, there was like 4 women who ran around here with spider powers before you were even around in this world. That's a conversation that never came up.
Yes. I was trying to figure out because I heard the Ben. I said, okay, I'm assuming this is supposed to be a prequel story.
Yeah.
It was just disgusting. And you
Poor
guys,
Adam Scott.
That's the thing, as a fellow creative, I know the type of work it takes to put something like that together. And for us to be able to just turn around and just, dismiss it or just say it was garbage, worse than 11%, it's got to be heartbreaking to anyone that worked on that film and endorsed it and put blood, sweat, and tears in that. I just hate that I feel that way about someone's creation, but someone should have told them, nah. Like you said, Madam Web, who why? Anyway, who's Madam Web and who do you? No, stop, don't do it. And I think
don't do that.
And I think they were, maybe maybe they were attempting to ride the wave of, women's empowerment and the future is female and all that kind of stuff. But the women I watched did not appreciate it either. So
didn't.
No, we did not.
Didn't. And especially when you put Dakota Johnson in the lead, I was already tapped. Like, she is the worst and the most driest and boringest actress ever.
Don't hold back. Tell me how you really feel.
You know why? Because everybody else knew to say no.
They should have never put her as the lead.
No, nobody else was going to say yes to that script. I take that back. I take that back. Who knows what they actually wrote as the first draft or the final first draft?
That's the question.
Because there is no way. on this planet.
Because we
everybody
know this
in that
happened.
thing.
This happened with
up.
this happened with Ben Ramsey when he did the Dragon Ball Evolution film. That wasn't his draft.
Did Madam
That
Web
we
get
seen
writer strikes?
that wasn't his draft. He said he wrote several different versions before they got to that version. That's not his version. He said his version was so much closer to the source material, it's ridiculous. So you're right, Lady Mandalore. What was the original looking like? Because the minute they said, "Oh, you can't use this," I'm like, "But it's in that universe." So what is it? Can we plan around it? Can we do something? Like, because we thought Morbius was bad.
Yes.
Poor Jared Leto.
They just pieced that together. Literally, when you sit back and look at Morbius, you're saying, okay, that's believable, but it's the fact that it was so misleading. It was so misleading because the trailers was misleading, and it wasn't even Jared Leto. It wasn't Matt Smith. It was the fact that you said, oh, they're going to be mentioning Spider-Man. You know, there's going to have the Spider-Man poster saying Spider-Man's a murderer because of what happened with Mysterio. And then you get the finished product.
Never happened. Never.
Tony let all that ride and then said "Psych" like a week before the premiere.
That's a good question.
So TMB says, do you think Disney is using Spider-Man as the new Mickey? Just a thought, because the Spider-Verse can take on any character type. I wouldn't say as the new Mickey, but
think of it as Elseworlds.
Spider-Man is a flagship Marvel character.
Yeah.
You know, so of course not a lot of what we've been seeing lately over the past couple of years, but a lot for that character. Yeah. There's going to be certain things. And when you look at the product that's being pushed out, like, no one's asking for a anti-hero Craven.
What is this? What are we doing?
I feel like they just put their hands in they just put a bunch of names on a piece of paper, put them all in a bowl, had somebody named Malcolm stir it around. They had someone named Carolyn preach your hand in, grabbing 4 or 5 different names and go, this is what we're going to make. That's how it feels. Because there's no rhyme or reason to any of these projects whatsoever.
Trey's in the building. Thank you, Trey.
What up, sir?
Sure. I had my doubts about Ant-Man. I'm like, Ant-Man? Who was really rocking with Ant-Man? I mean, he was part of the team, but like, why develop, like, of all the characters anyway, I don't want to get into it, but
it was better developed than what we've seen, though.
Oh, I was surprised. No, Ant-Man wasn't a bad series. I was just surprised that they brought him into the whole mix at all. I just anyway, that's just a personal thing. But they did a good job.
Oh. Cousin Mix.
All right. Court is now in session.
Chris,
Nix.
I like that.
Court is now in session. Brother Nix is presiding.
What's up, Brother Noopsy?
Please defend your case. Everybody silence.
Brother Noopsy.
Cousin Nix.
Brother
Hi,
Noopsy.
everyone. I'm going to say this.
Oh God!
Why did you bring him in here?
We're gonna give him the floor. We're gonna give him the floor because we got to go and do a reaction.
Thank you.
Why did you bring him in here?
I am a gracious captain.
You are.
I'm gonna let you say your piece.
You are such a great captain.
Crew to your escape pods at once. To all you to your escape pods.
Damn.
Evacuating.
You shut the hell up. Anyway.
Order, children. Order.
Shout out to Chris. Shout out to the guest. Hi, sir. How are you?
Peace.
My name is DYSG Media. Listen, I just came to defend myself. I'm gonna be out. Okay, look. This is all I said. Okay, this is all I said. All I said was I watched the movie, and all I said was it is not the cup of garbage juice that everyone makes it out to be. That's all I said. I didn't say it was Dark Knight. I didn't say it was Winter Soldier. Okay, I didn't say it was all that. I just said it wasn't.
In your defense, you didn't.
Can you explain though?
Exactly.
Can you explain that?
All I said was it wasn't the garbage truck juice that everyone made it out to be. It
What
wasn't.
was redeeming?
But
It wasn't the
redeeming?
cup. It was more of a gallon or a pitcher. Is that what
What was cold? Ice.
What
Not
was
hot.
redeeming about it
It's
from
not a
film
whole
perspective,
dumpster,
or what
but
was
it
redeeming about
is-
it from a comic book perspective.
From a comic book perspective, it was garbage. Don't get me wrong. The movie is
What
not
are we
a good
talking
movie.
about?
Don't get me
What are we
wrong.
talking about?
It's not a good movie. It's really not. But I have seen worse movies. I've seen worse. Like I watched X-Men Dark Phoenix.
But it has a moment.
I don't know. I
would-
like
it's
Dark
still-
Phoenix.
I would
I like
totally
Dark
agree
Phoenix
with
too. I was
Train.
surprised. I was
Dark
surprised so many
Phoenix-
people. Yeah, I thought that was good. I don't.
I would
The
Dark
train
Phoenix is
scene-
garbage too,
over that.
but I
The
would
train
watch
scene
Okay,
in
wait.
Dark
Okay,
Phoenix.
wait.
Hold on. The train scene in
Okay,
Dark
wait.
Phoenix still outshines the entirety of Madam
Yes.
Web. I
That is
can't
fact.
pick one scene
I
out of
agree.
Madam Web that just tells me, yo, that's what's up.
Oh my God. I can't wait to watch this again with my family. That's what you want me to say? At some point, like in a drunken stupor or inebriated on some form of drugs. That's the only way I might consider making that statement. Ain't no way.
Hey, listen, munchies and bad movies go together. Okay, that's all I gotta say.
Not that bad. Not that
Munchies
bad.
and
No,
movies.
no.
You damn
I'll-
bad. If you
I'll
can't-
watch Camp.
Okay, then
Not
we gotta
that
also
again,
be
no.
high and drunk on for that one. If
That will mess up the high.
I'm
and
a
the
lord.
There you go.
You gotta be
Oh.
Oh,
You
hell
gotta
no.
drink
Hell
Malort.
Uh-uh.
What? Just so you can figure out which one was the worst. Why was it the movie or was it the liquor? I don't know.
Madam Web.
Madam
All
Web
right,
or Malort?
let's go
Madam
ahead
Web,
and let's pull up
Malort.
the-
Yeah, no. Put
Madam
them
Web
together.
or Malort? I gotta go with Malort then. I gotta
Me?
Malort is garbage.
Oh my god!
But you
Let's
stop
go-
to think about it for a second. That's what we're trying to say.
I
Mhm.
did. I did. My wife wants me to retract the statement completely because she thinks that
Listen to Katie.
now that I need to throw away my whole platform. I need to give my geek card up because I have all
Wow.
credibility.
No, we all have our down
Yeah.
moments. It's
Thank
okay. We all
you.
have our down moments. So, you know, you ain't got to.
I mean, we still have the transcripts of what he said. Do we need to read it aloud for the class?
No.
Sir.
He
Sorry,
defended
what's the
himself.
next piece? Oh Lord.
I mean,
He didn't
I'm
say it
okay,
was.
so I
He
guess-
didn't. He didn't say it was the top tier. So he's correct. I will defend him on that one.
He
It's
did
not,
say
it's
if
not the cup of
anything,
it's
it
not the
shows
cup of
that
it's not the cup
metaphoric
of garbage
storytelling.
juice. It's more of
Yeah.
a pitcher.
Yeah, I didn't say this shit slap. You know, I didn't say that. I didn't say this shit slap. I didn't say it was like, oh my god, this was great. No, no, it was bad. It was bad. It just I've seen worse movies in my opinion.
I have a question, guys. Can
Yes.
somebody, I'm one of those people that actually enjoy Dark Phoenix. And
Yes.
when I looked up the reviews, I said, man, a lot of people going in on Dark Phoenix. Like, I couldn't see it. Why? I couldn't see why. Can somebody explain to me what the problem was that people had with Dark Phoenix? Because I didn't see it. I enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed it.
It's the way they piece the story together.
Yeah, the pacing is one thing that I just completely hated about Dark Phoenix. The way they paced that movie out. It had its like high moments, but
Spikes.
it wasn't enough to salvage the movie. It really wasn't.
No.
And not to
It
mention
felt
we've
piecemeal. It felt really piecemeal.
Right.
and on top of that, we've seen Dark Phoenix done on screen before. Like you could have gave us any other X-Men story. I mean, as we know, shout out to Bo DeMaio, we have a plethora of X-Men stories that we could have done. Why do we have to repeat this one again?
Right.
Okay.
It didn't make sense. There's certain scenes that definitely stand out.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And you're just like, okay, the train scene, that's a good scene. That
What
final
she
battle
did-
scene is a great scene.
When
There's
she
certain
did
scenes-
Xavier, when she got
Yeah.
Xavier.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
There's some very standout scenes in that film. But once again, when you start changing certain narratives, like that main bad guy was supposed to be Skrulls. It was supposed to be Skrulls, but they said they couldn't do it because Captain Marvel had Skrulls. And I'm like, but if Disney just pushed that button a little sooner, they could have bought that. But they couldn't pull that trigger yet. So It's
Also,
just little pieces
having
here and
to
there.
follow Days of Future Past and Logan, the bar was set kind of high.
Yeah, Logan was
But Dark
Yeah.
Phoenix,
Logan is
Dark
right.
Phoenix, it had potential, but it kind of played off as we got a
It
contract to
fizzled.
fulfill, and we ain't trying to lose this license, so
Mm.
throw something to see what sticks.
Yeah, well, it's stuck already. Like
I'm gonna say
And then everyone stopped being mad at Dark Phoenix because 2020 we got the New Mutants, so that happened.
that was
Then
yeah, that one's that was a
And I
hard
will-
watch. I'm not gonna lie.
I will never not say, "Here comes Love and Thunder."
But it has Valkyrie and Bast. I've got nothing.
Does it though?
I think I'm about to say Bast like 2.2 seconds.
I was like,
Yeah.
I've got nothing. I've got nothing. I've got nothing. I've got nothing.
Yes.
And they should have had a whole bunch of gods being murdered, but no.
Jeez.
I mean, right there on a platter.
So we let Knicks have the floor.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Please vote. I appreciate that. Don't vote my card.
Don't
I'm
trip
not-
on the
I'm
garbage
not-
on the way
don't-
out.
I would just like to read some of
You mean
the
flip.
public replies that was given
Flip,
by
yeah.
the masses to Nick's statement. So we have Spartan. Sir, how cold is that tree branch by yourself? We have many replies from Mr. Holt. You put this online. Like the whole internet. Boy, the F is you own. Delete this. They're not going to believe this. Guard. A face I don't know how to explain. I came here to laugh at you. Let's see. We have Chris with what from Coming to America. We have the cinematic assassin. Morbius at least had Matt Smith enjoying the hell out of his time there.
That part.
Samuel Jackson again. We have Laney. Nix, you are extremely knowledgeable, but gonna have to disagree, fam. Then we have cinematic assassin again. So this comment section isn't going the way you planned. And then finally we have Lady Mandalore. I came over here just to see if this statement was true.
Yeah, Carrie, you an asshole for that.
Bruh.
Facebook, I don't never see you on Facebook.
Bruh.
Never.
Black people.
I love y'all. I thank y'all. Y'all keep me sharp. I appreciate all of y'all.
All right, cuz I will catch you on the other day. I'm sending them off on the shuttle.
Are you?
Y'all really run a great
I
show,
love this little
man.
intro right
Love
there.
that dude.
Extra.
Love that
Right,
dude.
what you can.
Man.
All right.
Love that dude though. Love it.
That's my brother. I gotta love him. I gotta love him. I wanted to take him
Good
to the side,
man.
like, did you want to do that? Is that really? Oh my god. So we got a couple reactions to check out. Oh my god, that was that was
A
lovely.
mess. It was a mess.
So we have a special look at The Acolyte, which should be coming out pretty soon. Actually, I can't believe May's almost over with.
Like 6 days a week.
Yeah. And here's a special look right now.
Ready? Uh-oh. Volume?
Careful with it.
You attack me
Come
without
on,
a
Mandela.
weapon. Why?
Oh, you got stripped, baby.
Before we go, I want to thank
Naked as a
Hotep for
jaybird.
jumping in for Black Lions and Cub. for coming on. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Keep doing
Hey.
what you do.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, all you guys, man. Listen, I want to shout you out because you guys run a well-produced show, man. I remember you telling me, Chris, a year ago when we talked and first met, you said it's not just a podcast, it's a show. And you're so right. Even since last year, you guys did a good, it was great last year, but you've really just stepped up the production quality, the level. The format is amazing. You guys are doing a phenomenal job. And shout out for getting Keenan up on here, man. Like, yo, listen, let me just shout you out because, one thing I experienced when I was at the licensing expo is, in on the higher levels of things in business and commerce, people don't even care about your likes and views, right? And the reason why is because I remember your posts when on IG at least. And I was like, yo, these cats got Keenan up on here. And I'm like, yo, there should be a million views. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a big deal. And sometimes, people just take things for granted, or I don't know about the algorithm. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to say it, man. You guys are running a phenomenal show. It's well produced. You are not in competition with these other people that have that little rinky-dink show and their little. You're not in. You're all on a whole nother level. And I want to encourage you guys to, if you're not already, I want to encourage you to start networking with people that are on that broadcast level, the real big networks. You know what I'm saying? You guys are a big fish. You're a big fish in a small pond, and it's time for you guys to get out of the small pond and start swimming in the ocean, because that's where you all belong.
You heard it from the entrepreneur and the teacher himself, Hotep.
Yeah.
I got to give you this for the respect. Thanks for coming through, brother. You know this door is always open.
Appreciate you guys.
Be safe.
Be safe, my brother. I will talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
That's
oh my gosh, for a big fish. Oh no, that's weird. Oh my gosh,
that's why I'm out in these streets.
So,
and back in the lab, I go after this.
The acolyte. Just from that little minute and some change.
I want to see it. I can't wait. I want to see it. I can't wait.
Definitely.
Filoni. Filoni. I see you over there.
But that motherfucker cook.
he's doing his thing over there.
I do got a cast iron skillet and a crock pot over there making some.
Ooh.
Hey, stop asking me when he done. Get out the kitchen.
Get out the kitchen. Mind your business.
Don't ask that man when he done. You know better. You know how black folks is in the kitchen. Don't ask me when the food done.
Yeah, he's simmering on low, okay? He's simmering on low, and he done kind of walked away from it. Said it's gonna work out. Jay.
He got the seasoned iron skillet over there.
The mixed grease in the back of the stove. He got two pots. He got one for the fish, and he got one for the chicken. And he knows what he's talking about. He knows what he's doing.
He got the old Crisco bucket. Stay out the kitchen. So first thoughts. Lady man,
I will go last.
Go first. Okay, maybe.
Oh, you're gonna put me on because you want to go last. Oh, weirdo.
Yeah, so, all right.
I'm excited. I'm excited. I love if this is just a snippet. If this is just a small piece of this entire cake, that thing's gonna be delicious, and you're gonna want more. And I can't wait to see it because I'm always excited to see a character of color not relegated to the back as person on the street number 4. We're talking about main character with the natural hair and got the skills and just helping to make this story. And of course the scene, not ladies and gentlemen, not a ream of paper or napkin in sight, ladies and gentlemen, and still convey emotion.
It's in there.
I don't care.
It's spread out quite. It's spread out literally.
Care.
I mean, Filoni, if you want to increase a certain factor, Mr. Filoni, just show her force braiding that hair. I ain't seen it yet.
Bring back Miss Moses.
Now we ain't gonna do that.
I'm just saying, as much time as that probably took, if she just goes, I'm a fan.
Only a locked man could understand what you just said, because that is some deep shit.
Wow. So late agree or horror. What do you think?
Oh my God, I'm so psyched, especially like Navy said. I mean, first of all, again, I have been begging for things that are outside of the Skywalker saga and all that, and that is what is so much more exciting to me, because we're talking about High Republic, so we're talking about basically before even Phantom Menace episode 1, right?
Yep.
So we're getting things that people who don't have time to read the books like I do, we're getting.
Oh no!
Was that Obi? I think who did that? Was that Obi? Was that Obi calling again?
Why is her interwebs?
What's up, Nicole?
Did the whole board get thrown off because of the
Yep.
No, that was Whoopty.
Wow.
What's up, Nicole?
Okay, who all is hearing the endless clapping right now?
I am not
Oh,
hearing
that
any
was
clapping.
me last time. Remember, I told y'all I'm like, I hear it, and y'all was like, no, it's not on there. That was me last time.
She says,
I'm hearing an endless applause right now. So to the dark side of the Force I go.
Yeah, you have to come back.
Lady Mandalore. She said,
Okay,
I'll go
so
last.
This is the second scene that I have seen where there have been little to no use of lightsabers for an extended period of time. And I
damn Whoopi.
And that's why. And well, sister, we understand.
There you go.
We understand.
I ain't even
Listen, look, I'm just saying, things be hitting when you don't, and then you don't know that they hitting when they hitting. Just like the Star Wars series. Playing around town.
I mean,
Homegirl getting nipple dialed already, ladies and gentlemen. Getting nipple dialed.
Made Bama's day.
You know, boy.
There you go. That's right.
Don't do it, Bama.
No,
You already
too early. Too early. Don't do it.
Homegirl in this show is really good with the hands. Could she be a Windu ancestor?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
You never know.
Mm-mm.
Okay, I don't, but okay, so I have not read all the books. I do not know all of the books. However, I have delved into a lot of the research in order to know about all of the books. The people that are bitching about the direction or the lack of use of those legend books, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. It's coming. Just shut the fuck up.
Legends
making it work.
Just to be clear.
Okay, so real quick, when Disney bought them, they said, okay, we're taking everything. All right, everything from here, from this point, whenever the fuck they bought it, and back, we're good. But all this other shit that y'all were doing is legend. Y'all can keep the books, but we ain't mixing the peanut butter and the jelly over here. Okay, it's just just jelly.
Yeah,
because it's too much. It's too much to try to figure out and comb through. But what they were actually saying is that they're going to start bringing some of that shit in order to make it a better sandwich. You can't just have all this random authors and stuff putting these stories together. That is not going to work. That is not going to work.
Well, they wanted to control that makes sense because they wanted to control the narrative. Because if they're bringing it back, they're bringing it back in the way that they think that it should be handled, and they think it should be conveyed. So I get that, but I just wanted to make sure that Legends was before Disney acquisition.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Tafari. Oh no, you done, lady? Are you done? I just asked him, were you done?
I just want to point out that they're using the Harimba African tribe, not Harimba, Himba tribe with old girl's hair. That is an African tribe of from Namibia. I think it's Namibia.
I want to say that
Angola.
is that Amanda
Steinberg.
Stenberg.
And
Amanda Stenberg.
The only reason why I asked
that's not her hair.
No, the only reason why I asked is because she was in Bodies, and she had the same. So that's why I was like, well, maybe look at Bodies. That was like 2 years ago. Bodies. She had the same kind of hairstyle. So that's why I was like, maybe that's just.
I I only say no because of the way her hair was during Star Wars Celebration 2 years ago. She had slick back.
We are
Yeah,
old.
that is definitely
It's- Nobody asked.
That is
Nobody
definitely
asked. Nobody asked. Nobody asked about that though. Though Nicole, my guy. What
Stop
we
it.
doing? we. That's cool. That's cool though. Oh, now she
She
disappeared.
said she said she's gonna pop out and pop back in.
She
Uh,
was
oh,
here.
Yeah,
okay.
Rue
Yeah, she was
was
here.
going to come
Okay.
back no matter what.
Okay.
Rue was going to come back.
So
One way
Tafari,
or
what do
the
you
other.
think?
Pardon.
I just want to know who's holding the saber whips and who's getting hit with it. That's my question.
I like that
Look,
question.
it was purple, so I'm hoping it's
You
one of
would
us.
like that question. Good Lord.
I like
Makes
I like that question.
Yeah,
Mhm.
just for let me see somebody force braid some hair and let me make sure it's just one of us holding the purple thing. That's all I'm asking. But I will say this show comes out soon. The Black Cons are in July, so y'all got time to study and get your costumes ready.
Tentacles,
Keyword
tentacles,
is
tentacles,
study,
ladies and gentlemen.
study,
Listen.
study.
Tentacles, tentacles,
And
tentacles, ladies and gentlemen.
don't be a dick, and we'll all
And
be
we'll
cool.
all-
As I-
You
gotta say it like You gotta say like, don't be a dick. It will all be cool.
Thank you. I feel like I'm the only one who says that in my head because he be lowering it down nowadays.
No,
He don't,
no.
he don't
He
go
said
as
it
high
just
as
like
he
that.
Yes.
Don't be a dick. It will all be
It will
cool.
all be cool.
He said there's an octave. You got to hit an octave.
That's
You know
a
how deep my voice is. I can't hold them type of octaves long. So we have another piece of fine cinema to show. This one we actually been waiting for.
Mhm.
Here's a preview. Be warned, it's intense.
Can't believe Grandpa's dead.
Death is hard.
Yeah, sometimes I think life is harder.
When I was a teenager, a trickster demon terrorized our entire family and tried to force me to marry him. I believed he was gone forever until you found this in the attic.
Ew. Who's Beetlejuice?
Don't ever say that name.
Beetlejuice.
No, Astrid, I am serious. If you say his name 3 times, he will appear.
Beetlejuice.
Punch her in the face.
Juice is loose. I'm gonna make you so happy.
The living. The dead. Can they coexist? That's what we're here to find out.
Where is Beetlejuice?
Where's Beetlejuice?
Beetlejuice!
Feel free to express yourselves. Don't be afraid.
You're a figment of my imagination.
Really? Is this a figment of your imagination?
I seriously can't wait. I cannot wait.
I'm not gonna lie.
I cannot wait.
I'm waiting on that one.
I
Not
never
they only
knew that
know her as
really
Joyce
wanted this.
Byers.
I know
Huh?
the premise of the
I
movie,
ne-
but can we punch that little
You
girl?
say
in
all
the
you
face?
see is Joyce Byers.
That's what honestly said, but no, it's true. It's oh my god, it's been that long.
Mhm.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my god, it's
true.
been that long.
Exactly. Yes.
So here's a nice little tidbit of information. There are character posters out right now, and one of those character posters is Monica Bellucci, who's playing a woman who's missing a ring finger.
Mm.
And what did he do in the first movie?
That's right.
Mhm.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Mhm.
And he meant nothing at all.
theory. It's a theory.
Let's go.
No, that is very much a thing. That is what you mean. That's it.
Let's go.
That is
The call, if
Whoopsie.
that is the thing, that is a call back.
Oh
And
man,
you know what I also like?
What?
that
She
is
looks
attention
like
to detail right there.
Corpse Bride.
Nightmare Before Christmas. She's got a little bit of that going
Oh,
on.
she looks a little
too.
bit like Sally a little
Yes.
bit. Sally,
Yeah, Sally.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's because of the scar. Really.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I am looking so forward to this. I'm not gonna lie. Generally, I don't
I'm
like
not-
it takes such huge breaks that it just kind of messes up the storyline. But Beetlejuice is just one of those films that you just like, I got it. You don't realize how quick it goes. The original, how fast it's on. It gets right to it. And damn, is it fun. And I need to watch it again.
Plus, it's Michael Keaton. Come on.
It is.
That was one of my favorite movies of all time growing up. That was like blockbuster for me.
Yeah, who's been voted as the best live action Batman. So and I'd be a fool to disagree.
Somebody
Classic.
just dug up all of Michael Keaton's old costumes. It was just like, get him back in.
So Whoopty, you're all right. The guy, Jeffrey, I can't think of his last name, but Jeffrey Jones, I want to say, was the person who played the father. And yes, there are allegations of behavior.
Charlie Papa.
Yeah. And so this is why his
Yes.
So this is why we
Whoops.
That's why they had to kill him.
Yeah.
Whoops.
So, gotta go.
That damn bridge.
You know what? Not gonna
Shucks.
lie. And yeah, you're right. You're right. Anything that Keaton has been in, not gonna lie. Anything Keaton's been in, I've actually enjoyed. Even when he's not the lead, it's done. I can still watch
Flash.
the other guys, and he's quoting TLC.
The Flash.
The Flash
Keaton, for me,
was the shining moment in the Flash.
for me, it's Keaton and Defoe. Neither one of them have given like a bad performance in anything lately.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
the North,
I
he
agree
made
with
me
that.
go check out The Northman. I had no interest in that film.
Yeah.
That shit is so long though. It's cool.
It is.
It did
is.
really good in the Lighthouse, though.
Yeah,
I heard
you're right.
things- I
Mr.
didn't
Mom,
see the Lighthouse, but I
multiplicity.
heard things about
Multiplicity is just plain hilarity. I like pizza, Steve. It's just weird. It would be so weird. But yeah, that I'm looking forward to that one. That just looks like a lot of fun. Jenna Ortega is making a lot of moves. I think she's found her lane.
This is right up her alley.
I feel like this is all that she did. She likes creepy shit. She said it, I think.
Yeah,
She likes
this
being
is her. This is her
niche.
lane,
Mhm.
and I'm for it. Oh yeah, clean and sober. Wow, I forgot about clean and sober. That is a good one. That's a good one. But yeah, that I'm definitely looking forward to this one. I don't think it took them much. He probably was like, I was waiting on you to ask me almost 30 years ago. So it was like,
I think he said no a couple times because the script just wasn't right. I think he did say that like way
said,
back once upon a time.
I think he said that about doing a third Batman film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
it didn't hit right.
Wasn't
When
Beetlejuice
they made
supposed to go to
without him.
Hawaii or something? Like that's the
It was something.
that was
Yeah,
the
it was something
script.
crazy, and it
Yeah.
might have been like right after the cartoon. Who would've
Mhm.
thought
And
that
that
movies-
cartoon slapped too. I watched that cartoon as well.
Hey,
that cartoon
talking about cartoon intros that really go in, and just like, yo, this should not be hitting like it's hitting, but it's hitting.
Yep.
So we have one more. We have one more trailer reaction to check out. Marcus and Mike are back again for another round of shit that they just need to retire and sit down now. But you know, black don't crack unless your name is Danny Glover. So here it is. Bad Boys Ride or Die.
Go sit down, Chris.
Boys trailer is coming out right now. Right now. Right now. Yeah, right now. Right now. Right now. Check it out. It's hot.
Come on, Mike, slow down.
We are late.
My stomach, Mike. I need a ginger ale.
Get a ginger ale and nothing else.
Are those dogs fresh?
Put them in yesterday.
Give me one, put some relish on that motherfucker. Open the register.
Stay right there.
Is that Skittles on the counter, Marcus?
This ain't mine, Mike.
Yes, it is.
Get the fuck up.
Marcus, get in the car.
He has a gun to my head.
Want to deal with him? You want to deal with me?
Sorry, sir, but I gotta go.
Call 911.
Aren't you the police? Hey, Reggie, you eat my snacks?
No, sir.
You ate my snacks, didn't you? You need to get a job.
I'm a U.S. Marine, sir.
Well, then you need to deploy.
Dad, look.
We now have evidence that the late Captain Conrad Howard of Miami PD was working directly with drug cartels for years.
Captain Howard is being framed. What the hell?
He's texting us from the other side.
No, he's not, Marcus.
If he's seeing this, I'm probably dead.
Fuck! Fuckers! Fuck them all! I don't know how high up this shit goes, but don't trust anybody. You're my bad boys. Now clear my name.
You should be careful. You're being set up, detectives.
We got 2 suspects, Lowry and Burnett. They're armed and dangerous.
In 5, 4, 3.
No! Windshield wiper fluid is flammable!
I ain't no damn scientist. Y'all are some terrible fucking fugitives. I need nasty Mike. Bad boy. I got this. What you don't do?
Are y'all still in our clothes?
Just because we black, we still in your shit? What?
Hey, yo, Malika, you are fucking wild.
Why don't you sing us a little Reba song?
Reba.
Sing your favorite.
I'm a woman. I'm a strong black woman.
Yeah, because she's not black.
Yes.
What you gonna do? What you gonna...
That ain't no Reba song.
It's from her mixtape.
That's right around the corner.
Hey, yo, Malika, you are in timeout because first of all, get out of my head. Get out of my head. Because that's exactly what I thought when I saw it. Saw the open. I'm like, oh, damn, they got the Bigen. I don't know how to say it. Line up.
Bigen. They got that Bigen. Sponsored by Bigen Black Dye. I've seen Will with a full beard. Like, yo, damn, Will, you're making me feel bad. Like, dude, cut some of that away. Don't do like Deion Sanders. Don't do like Jermaine Jackson.
Stop. Everyone who say Bad Boys for Life was right there for a title, I can't unsee it now.
That's true.
I do like that we kept Reggie because he was like a running gag for about 20 years now.
Reggie's still a running gag. What do you? Because it's the way he's looking. But yeah, I'm June 7th. That's next week.
Yeah, and they've been upping the promo game. They got everybody from Kev on stage to King Vader to KB Lane promoting the film.
Like, I think they're in it.
I wouldn't be surprised if they have a small part. Please let Kev play the most opposite gangster thug. Something.
I know Vader's definitely in it.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know that he has the promo short that they're doing, but I didn't know if that was.
He's in it.
Oh yeah, they don't give you that much. They gave him promo time.
I saw the skit he did. I saw the skit he did, and I keep forgetting that boy is 6 foot hella because he made both of them look short.
Well, that's because Vader's actually quite tall. He's taller than Hellspawn.
The dude makes me look short.
Yeah.
Really?
So, yeah. Because Hellspawn is 6'2".
He's Hellspawn is so he's doing Hellspawn. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So,
I'm glad we got more Bad Boys. It seems like everybody at least had a lot like genuine fun making the film. So I'm all for it.
I'm hoping that they just kind of stay away from some of the plot points from the last one, because I actually wasn't that crazy about it. I think
I'll be honest. I forgot that Will's character had a son. I completely forgot. I forgot
and
about
it was
that
so
part.
out of left field, and the way that they even developed that, not even relationship, but just developed that character and what happened at the end just kind of made no sense at all. So if they kind of stay away from that and then just really focus on exactly what it seems like they're gonna focus on, it's just like I forgot the detective's name, but him being set up to be our bad cop.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like he's in there. He's obviously in there. He's the one that says you make the worst, fugitives. So is obviously like, okay, we're on the run. We're being arrested. I need to talk to somebody who can help me. And my kid is already in prison. So whoever's behind this, he knows. So
between this and Axel Foley, summer buddy cop films are back this year, it seems.
It really is. Feels kind of good. Feels kind of good. Navy.
I'm good.
Okay, all right. It's not just me. Okay.
I'm good. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm good. Thank you for coming. God bless and good night is the only thing I can think of. I'm not interested.
Overly dyed middle-aged man comes for you. Oh my God.
I know that while I know they're trying to make these cinematic comebacks, but there are just some properties that just need to be left alone.
Like Fast and the Furious? How dare
you? I mean, Fast and the Furious 14, in space we go. Yeah, just leave it.
Lord, don't give them ideas. Don't give them. That's the tagline. Fast and the Furious 14.
They ain't paying attention to my bearded behind. I'm telling you straight up. But I applaud them for trying to do it, but it's not my cup of tea. I'm not interested.
Maybe it changed his mind. He was like, well, maybe I can dive out that car, moving vehicle. Nope, not gonna do that. I'm not stupid. I will slow this car down to a slow coastal movement and put the emergency brake on.
Oh, I speed like a fool, but guess what? If I can't get home to watch my Crunchyroll, all that shit is blue. It ain't happening.
It ain't happening.
Hashtag
it's summertime. It'll be around.
Oh my God. So we're coming into the end of the show. I want to thank our guest for stopping through. Hotep for Black Lion and Cubs. You need to go show your support and show him love. He is really out there doing a thing. But without further ado,
wrap-up protocol initiated, Captain.
All right, Lady Mandalore is up to bat.
Hi. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
I would like to. She was like, "It's always me first. It's always me."
No, I was ready this evening. I would like to say, at the end of the show,
before you go on. Oh, yes. You're saying something positive, or you're unloading the chamber? Which one?
Unloading the chamber, Captain.
And you have to go in.
I've been waiting for this.
We here at Blerd Station, also Blerd Station. We here at Blerd's Eyeview, we do not limit people's opinions or their ability to stick their craniums in their rectums. Feel free to leave whatever comments you would like in the live. It brings us great joy to ignore them. But you can say what you want and then, fuck off.
I'm
generally
so
the second part.
Oh, I'm so proud of her.
Generally the second part.
Peace, love, and buttercups.
There we go.
All right.
Now, there's a reason before
there we go.
There's a
right
reason
there.
why I let the
right
second
there.
command handle that, because she's a lady.
I'm a lady.
And she has a delivery unlike my own, because the deep voice will come off.
Listen, niggas, stop fucking around. Okay? Don't do that shit fucking here. All right. That's me being. That's New York, Kira. Don't do it. Stop it. Stop it.
Can we get Lady to say
you want to be famous? Work on your channel. Be better.
Christy, read the comments up. Just go back on the comments. You'll see.
Just go. If you would like to give attention to fuckery, by all means.
We're giving it too much attention already. Sign offs, please.
I mean, that is also my thing. I am here on the things that are the web, Instagram. I almost said Kung Fu Kenny, but He's still in my head.
Say his name 3 times. And a diss track shall
you can find me on Lord Instagram, Twitch, and Lord something else, YouTube, because I have a show that I do on Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Nerd culture is toxic. I fully welcome you to come over to me. I appreciate it. I waited. It's gonna be fun.
That's New York talking.
Yeah, do it. I want it. That's me. And I am in the middle of recording some voice acting stuff for Talk Story to Me with the always lovable Josh Evans as director, along with my co-hosts over here, these two right there. They doing some work on that too. Okay, I know what you're gonna announce, but I'm gonna wait. Are you gonna say it, or can I say? I don't know what to say.
What are we doing?
Say it.
So, official Room Full of Blerds, as of May 28th in the year of our Lord 2024, is officially fucking trademarked.
Oh, that.
Yeah, that time it worked. She hit it, and I got it up there. Look at it. That's timing. That's called synchronicity.
We want to be like her when I grow up. Yeah,
we in sync over here. It feels.
I did a grown-up thing.
To the grown-up thing. Maybe Montel is up for that.
I wouldn't be like her when I grow up. One day I'll get a trademark, but you know what? Nah, I just had to do the beard. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, blerds of all ages, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Once again, it is a frosty beard, the bloated corner, and nerd culture. Fuck you. You can follow me here on all platforms on social media. Kiss my ass. And what you can do is follow me on the YouTubes. I got stuff coming out on there. Coming back on Twitch. I will be playing Cyanide Happiness for Apocalypse because their second installment is coming out, and I'm hoping that they sponsor me to play their second installment. So because the development team's been coming through and it's been awesome. And definitely, I am now officially part of Talk Story to Me with these amazing people right here. You know, I did my first bits this week, y'all. I was nervous as fuck. So definitely shout out to Josh for giving me a shot and Trey for being my coach. I appreciate that. So if I can say real quick, I always talk about support, but let's support imagination. We got too many people out here who don't want creativity to thrive because they're too weak-minded to do their own shit. So guess what? If somebody is being creative, they're being imaginative, they're doing something wonderful, give them that support. Show them that you see them, that you acknowledge them, and that you are hoping that they go for the best. Secondly, embrace your passion. Don't let not one of these sorry motherfuckers out here keep you from following what your heart is telling you to do, especially if it's something that makes you happy, okay? So embrace your passion. And most importantly, ignore these haters out here because, again, you make them thrive. So you remove your energy from them, they won't go anywhere. You give it to where it's going to go. It can be reciprocated. You know, and all the nerd culture people out there, they can kick a bunch of dicks across the curb, and we can keep on enjoying. So in the meantime, stay nerdy, stay geeky, and stay sexy. I'm in.
Tafari.
Hey.
So you can officially find me whenever I get done in the Dexter's Laboratory over here. So I'm officially here on all platforms. I do skits on my own channel. I post on Mondays to make them less terrible. I also do the editing here. So a lot of behind the scenes work for Blerd's Eyeview. We post Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And just to make sure I don't miss anybody, MomoCon was a lot of fun. So heard about it, lived up to the hype. I would say probably definitely the best press and content creator experience I've had in all my history going to cons. The bar has officially been raised very high. So with that, shout outs to MomoCon. Thank y'all for the invite. Shout out to Aggie. We're never beating the famous allegations. Shout out to Ozzy and that nerd named Biz. Shout out to Clyde McDoom, Panadonian, Cup of Kawhi, Swift Strings PC, Fantastic Frankie, Mark and the whole Blerdography team, Stephanie Williams again, Black Viking and the entire Psycho Image Films team. Congrats again, Six Right Cog and Afro Cocoa Puffs, Kuma, Nerdy Bear Studios, Midnight Comics, Blerd Over, Tony Weaver Jr., and then congrats and thank you again to AJ Beckles and Anides Kienes and Whoopty for letting me crash on her couch because that was
next year, Whoopty. I hope you got room.
No,
I
kid.
already
There,
claimed
I'll say
it.
this,
I texted already. I already claimed it.
Hey, as
I
long
took
as
the
I can
corner with a
park,
blanket.
look,
When
as
there's
long as
room, we could do a whole makeshift podcast down there. Whoop the
hey, as long
Oh,
as
I'm
I can
totally
park the
down for
Razor
that.
Crest, I'll sleep in the Razor Crest. It's fine.
Just give me a corner. I'll bring my own blanket. There we go.
Yeah, I still have editing to do, but be on the lookout. We have interviews coming out with Cloudy McDoom, Stephanie Williams, Anaïdes Kianis, which if y'all don't know, that's the voice of Mirko from My Hero Academia, and then her fiance AJ Beckles, who also is a voice actor in a lot of big name anime. So stay tuned.
Tony Weaver too.
Tony Weaver is also coming on. Well, he'll actually be on the show in a couple weeks. Got a promo we're doing with him that I have to record, and then can't talk about it yet. Still waiting on paperwork, but we also have another promotion and unboxing to do when I get home.
Space for everyone.
Come to the table.
The grill of horror.
There go the lady.
Geek by heart.
Loving the earrings, by the way.
I know, look pretty. The cute,
right?
Just want to say, I'll be nicer and say that ladies in the force can kick ass too. So, yeah, just want to make sure that that's been said too.
God damn it!
And also, I'm excited about that too because Tony Weaver is hopefully going to be at my school next week. So I'm going to talk to him tomorrow for that. I was about to say, 'cause I didn't know.
And
about,
Lainey has entered
so.
the famous Lainey realm.
Famous Lainey for the win.
And Safari got me beat hard body. But
you have entered the
if
chat,
comes
baby.
through, I'll be happy as shit. They get to see another adult other than me be Blerdy.
And that's what it's all about.
Seriously.
Reach one.
So, yes, I am Lainey Hart. I run Geek by Heart along with my husband. We are at Geek by Heart on YouTube, IG, TikTok. We talk about movies and trailers. He streams regularly. I stream when I can. He's doing God of War now. He's on part 3. He's trying to do the whole series for y'all. So join him on Fridays around 6:30. You will find him streaming. And I should be writing another article by the end of the week on Sting. So that this weekend, loved it actually, and I want to talk about it. Oh, I'm sorry, an article for Blerd's Eyeview.
Okay, I was good.
Did I miss something? That was dumb, but okay. Please go to Blerd's Eyeview to see that article along with other people who are writing for the website.
Yes. So
nice
nerd culture is toxic.
Oh,
enough said.
Let me tell you something. Over here, we protect ours.
Yes.
And over here, we protect our nerddom, our culture, and most of all, our women's.
That part.
Don't come over here with that bullshit. And you might be all right. Courtesy of not only the captain, but Uncle Fury himself. Motherfucker, who do you think you are? Calm that shit down.
Like a lightsaber. I'm chopping his head off the hard way. I'm chopping his head off the hard way. Fuck that.
We want to torture and maim. That's why. But other than that, feel welcome to continue watching and supporting.
It gives great content.
It does. But I want to thank the team. I want to thank Hotep from Black Lion and Cubs for stopping through. Go show him some love. Go show him support. This brother is out there really doing things and teaching. He's an entrepreneur. He's an educator. He's a man about music, about content, about quality, not quantity. And continue doing that. He raises the bar. The man stands on business, and whatever he has said that he's doing, he's probably already done it. And just going to another level to do it. So go show your support to Black Lion and Cubs. Thank you to this crew. As you see, we always back each other. Wait till you see us in person. Like there's no small fries over here. Don't make me go get the ship right, please.
We believe in Big Macs over here.
So thank you to everybody who has been watching and showing much support, much respect, and much more, and just having fun in the chat room, and continue doing so. Thank you to our guests. Thank you to the crew once again. You can check us out Tuesdays and Thursdays. Not this Thursday. Graduations.
Lame. I mean, okay.
Oh, we off?
Yeah, we are.
Wait, we off?
Yeah,
Okay.
Thursday we're off.
But we're off every day. Ah, there we go. Done.
And that's it. But we've never been on right. We just but yeah, we're off this Thursday because graduations. I have to attend graduations, and there's no telling exactly if I'll get here in time. So we're just going to take the day off. No need me stressing out about making sure
Sorry, off the reactions. You're welcome.
Yeah. So
there we go.
But other than that, you can catch us Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. on YouTube, Twitch, and IG. IG likes to cut off after an hour, so go over to the YouTube channel and go over to the Twitch channel. Show your love and support. Thank you to Trey Mosley stopping through. Thank you to Black Lion and Cub. Thank you to brother cousin Nix. We gave you the ground, brother. We can back off now.
Oh no, Nick's fighting for his life. I got the timestamps already. That's going up.
Rum punch on deck. Oh God.
I know where he lives. I'm just gonna come round over there.
Well, we're gonna have a time over at Whoopie's house next year.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we're gonna live like pirates.
Yeah, and to the press team at MomoCon, like, thank y'all so much. Y'all were like just the kindest, most like sweetest human beings, and I know y'all really busted y'all ass to get the interviews that we did get. So appreciate y'all. And shout out to Blerdography, because Mark was everywhere this weekend. That dude was killing it.
Oh
yes.
Yeah.
So
Amazing
shout out to Skip of Blerd over. He has a convention coming up pretty soon. He should be coming on. We'll talk. We got to get our dates together so he can come on and talk about that. But like Tafari said, he's like, I'm not used to seeing several. I thought Skip was just by himself. I'm like, nah, Skip got a crew.
Skip had a whole team and flyers.
Oh nah, Skip got a crew.
Yeah, Skip.
The Press Start Expo on June 22nd.
Yes. So we got people out here.
Thank y'all for the bag, because mine definitely popped on the damn floor.
We ain't the only space pirates out here. So some by sea, some by space, some by land, but we out here. Yeah, that sounds about right. Anyway, remember to educate yourself and others, entertain yourself and others, most of all, encourage yourself and others. I'm Chris Fury, the man on the wall. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for having a blast with us. And most of all, thank you for just being a support. Sharing is free. Share it with your friends, your loved ones. Tell them to come check us out. Tell them to behave in the comment section, and they might just be seen. Else they get ripped to shreds. You know what you are. And on that note,